Hello, everybody. There we are. Just running just a minute late tonight. I had a late nap. Oh my gosh. But hello, everyone. It's so good to be back home and here in my studio. How is everyone doing this evening? Hope everyone's doing fine. So tonight, first I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be doing tonight. We'll be continuing this project, Mod Dog. Okay. The last episode, we created the two-piece side panels. They're up behind me on the wall, design wall in behind me. Hi, Karen. Yes, Karen, I'll be talking about Baby Lock Tech in just a moment. But tonight what I'm going to be doing is creating the fabric to cut these applique dogs out of, if you could see that. So tonight we'll be creating the fabric to cut these appliques out of. The applique dogs are all pieced. This is the size of my template right here. There's the size of my template for the applique dogs. The dogs will actually go on this medium gray Moda grunge fabric. That'll be the background. And then here's the two piece units I did on the last episode. So that's what we'll be working on here in just a moment. Excuse me, let me give me a drink of my water here. So yes, got back from Baby Lock Tech. Oh my gosh. It was really, what a wonderful time everyone had. We learned so much, taught some cool classes, and boy howdy, there are some fun new Baby Lock products that came out at Tech. There is now the Altair 2, the Meridian 2, the Accomplished 2, and a new single needle industrial machine called the Capella, which is in the family line with the Array and the Venture, our multi-needle machines. 4 new machines, a lot of really cool accessories. Hi Pamela, hi Sarah. Awesome, Sarah, you're gonna love it. There are some great new features in this long anticipated Altair and Meridian upgrade. So just so you know, the Altair got its own upgrade, the Meridian got its own upgrade too, as well. Embroidery wise, the upgrade for the Meridian is the same as the Altair and vice versa. However, the Altair got some great new sewing features. Hi, Tricia. So one of the things, there are so many things, the Altair got on the sewing side, tapering stitches like the Solaris, the new Solaris got last year. Tons of new stitches. There is a new 2-point precise positioning way to position without having to use a snowman sticker. And oh my gosh, so much stuff. Tons of new embroidery files. Hi Donna. You can now do the yarn couching on the Altair and Meridian that only the Solaris could do before, and that's awesome. Remember last year when the Solaris Vision came out, had all that cool yarn couching techniques? Well, now the Altair 2, Meridian 2, or if you get the upgrade for the Altair or the Meridian, you will be able to do that as well. Hi Belinda, so happy you're safe. Was watching that news closely, and I'm so glad that it wasn't as bad as some of us thought it might be. It was bad enough as it was, that's for sure. Let's see, what else? Hoo-wee. Let me think here for a minute. I will be doing a segment on the embroidery side and of the Altair Meridian and the new sewing side of the new Altair. That will be coming out next week. And if you own a Triumph or Ovation serger, I'm going to show you what I brought home from Tech. Hold on. I got to go grab it. It's in the other room. Okay. Okay, so. Woo. Excuse me. Hi, Vanessa. Oh, Belinda, you will love the new Altair upgrade. So what I want to show everybody, if you have the Ovation serger or the Triumph serger, there is a new accessory for it, and you're going to want it. Trust me. A new table. With this flat table, now, before you could only use the big flat surface table when you were doing the cover stitch on the Ovation or Triumph. Now this table can also stay in place when you're using the overlock side of your serger, which means you have this much larger work area to be able to do this with. Check it out. The new overlock table for the Triumph and the Ovation. You want this. Trust me. Call your retailer. Have them to get it ordered in for you. It is awesome. You will love this table. And so it's, and you can see here now with the overlock side, you can use that fabric guide to get perfect seam allowances using the overlock stitches on your serger. You will love, love, love this. Must have, you must have this. Okay. And let's see, for the all you accomplished people out there, the upgraded Accomplished 2. Absolutely, Karen. If you have the Accomplished 2 adds a heavy threading guide where you can use heavier threads to top stitch with. It also has now built into the machine where you can use 7 of our serger attachments for the Triumph on it, like the double hemmer, the flat fell seam, and some of those the binding attachments. Those can all be used on the Accomplish. Vanessa, I don't know what the MSRP is on this. I think the MSRP is around $150, but it probably won't cost you that much from your retailer. Something you have to be looking for. Awesome, love this. Oh my gosh, you can leave this one table on whether you're doing overlock or cover stitch and never have to remove it. This is awesome. You'll love this. But yeah, that Accomplished 2, oh my gosh, and it has an improved needle threading mechanism, much easier to thread. And it was really awesome the way you could, it had an extra thread holder in it, so it would better handle and align, say, like a 12 or 8 weight thread to go through the needle on that machine. Yes, Karen. The new Baby Lock website, you can actually order directly from Baby Lock on their website. Yes, Tricia, it is on my Accomplish as well. I tried out the new needle threader on the Accomplish too, and boy howdy, yeah, that alone is worth trading back up to the next level of machine. There is not an upgrade package to turn the Accomplish into an Accomplish 2. Excuse me. But I will tell you this. It would be worth the upgrade. If you like to sew on the Accomplish, you will want to upgrade to the Accomplish 2. Accomplish 2. There we go. Ooh. But yeah, and it looked like that was coming. Well, not everything is available, such as the quilt binding foot. Oh, hi Coralie. Happy Labor Day weekend to you all as well. I will be doing quite a few lives over the holiday weekend, so be prepared. Excuse me. My allergies are all fired up from the travel. And it was hotter than blue blazes in St. Louis. It was 105 degrees for that Baby Lock Tech convention. Correct, Tricia. The Accomplish 2 is a brand new machine. It is not an upgrade. You cannot upgrade your current Accomplish to an Accomplish 2. Because there is actual physical changes in the bed of the machine. And there's no way to upgrade that. Let me give me a drink of my water here. Excuse me. Hi, Donna Smith. Hello. Goodness. Okay. Once again, I was so excited for this. Everybody, I have to tell you, Baby Lock was kind enough to give all the educators one of these tables. Pretty awesome. Oh, cool, Linda. Oh, Linda, I figure y'all would be out camping this weekend for Labor Day weekend. Let's see. New travel schedules, everybody. Listen up. Next Friday and Saturday, I will be in Geneva, Illinois. I will be teaching an embroidery and IQ workshop up there. And then I will be home after next weekend until October 1st. The month of October, I am heavily booked on travel, and we'll play that one by ear. I may not be on doing lives on Fridays, but it might be on like Mondays and Tuesdays or Wednesdays when I do my lives for the month of October. It's going to be a crazy month for me. And I'm already got bookings for next year. I'll be coming, let's see, just south of Jacksonville, Florida for 3 separate dates for next year so far, and they're still working on a lot of others. I met a lot of awesome retailers, and it's going to be a wild and crazy year next year, it sounds like. Events are coming back, everybody, in full force is what it sounds like. Okay. Woo-wee. Let's see. And last but certainly not least, everybody knows what our 6 needle and 10 needle embroidery machines look like. Well, now there's a new single needle embroidery machine that's built on the frame of those bigger ones, and it is called the Capella. And it has a lot of the same features as the new 6 needle array, and it will be, it looks like the array, but it's a single needle only. I did have a chance to play with it in St. Louis. It's awesome. It has the laser, the four-way laser crosshatch positioning system on it, and it's going to be an awesome machine. It's really a great way to, it's embroidery only, but it's a great way if you've ever thought of getting into a more professional embroidery machine. It's a great place to start. Okay. Oh, Linda, I will be there for all 3 days of Novi. I will be in the Decorative Stitches booth demoing machines, and I will be there for, I'm there for Sarah Galejos. That is her store, her booth, and I will be there for that. It'll be a lot of fun. So I think it's, Linda, I think it's November the 10th, 11th, and 12th, I think. It's that weekend, the weekend of November 10, 11, 12. And everybody, the first week in October in Punta Gorda, Flash Sewing and Quilts in Naples is having a big sewing expo there at that convention center. There's going to be 3 days of fun and classes. Both Bernina and Baby Lock machines will be featured there, with Baby Lock educators, including myself, and some Bernina educators as well. It's going to be awesome. If you're interested in attending that, you can contact Flash Sew and Quilt in Naples, Florida, and they can give you all the details, or you can go to their website as well. Carol, can't wait to see you at Flash as well. Let me get a sip of my water again. I've been, last 2 days, I have been, even though I drove down to St. Louis, I have felt like I was jet lagged, and I have been recuperating from all that heat and everything. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to get started on our little sewing project, and I'll get it posted tomorrow night. Will be another episode of this. But if you recall, on the last episode, I read on one episode of this little project right here. Hi, Stephanie. And this is called Mod Dog by colourwerx. Oh, excuse me. But what I'm going to be doing tonight, I've already got the 2 side panels pieced. They're on the wall and behind me. And the big gray piece you see right behind me, that is the solid piece that these pieced applique dogs will be placed on. Okay. Now, what I'm going to be doing tonight, those dog applique shapes, I have to piece 5 pieces of fabric out of strips. This was a quilt kit I had bought, gosh, 5 or 6 years ago. This, you know what? This actually came from Sarah Galejos' quilt shop in Shelby Township, Michigan, is where I got this kit. And it's been in my stash, and I've dug it out, and I'm going to make it live on camera. We've already got a start on it. So I have gray, let's see, I have Orifil gray 50 weight thread in the machine. This is the Allegro, is what I'm going to be piecing on tonight. And I'm just going to get started on this. I'm going to swap to another camera. I'll keep an eye on the screen, so by all means, feel free to chat with me, and I will answer questions. And thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Let's get started sewing. Let's get started with some sewing. Okay, so as you can see, I have yellows and golds. That'd be one group. Reds and burgundies. That's the second group. I have greens. And then I have blues and lavender in another group. So I got 4 different colorway groups here I'm going to be working with. And I'm just going to, what I'm going to do, I'm going to sew these strips together. Ooh, those are long strips. Okay. Let's see here. Let me see something here. Where is my template? Right here. Here is my template. Now in the next episode, I will get the white box out to use to transfer this outline to my piece of fabric that I'm going to make tonight. Let me just see something. Okay, so 2. So I can get 2 cuts across a full width of fabric to width of fabric, or selvage to selvage strip, which is what this right here is. Selvage to selvage. So if I have it pieced enough that way, I can get 2 appliques out of it, which is what I want. I'm not going to pre-plan this any more than I have to, but I want to show you this, what came in the kit. This is Cape Facet, I think this is Cape ribbon. This is that beautiful, beautiful ribbons from Renaissance Ribbons. They have it in Cape fabrics and Tula and other things as well. But I will cut these, and these will be the applique dog collars, is what these will be. Yes, Stephanie, they are large dogs. They're about 21 inches, something like that. 20, maybe. Something like that. But yeah, these ribbons will be the dog collars. I will sew onto them after I get the dogs appliqued. That'll be part of the detail work, so to speak. So I'm going to lay out my strips here and see what I've got. Let me see what I've got here. Okay. I don't think it's going to take this many strips, to be perfectly honest. Let me see something. I got my width. What about the height? How many strips high should I go on this? I'm just going to I'm going to drop this so you can see what I'm doing here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay these out on top of the paper just to see how many strips it would take. And it might say in the instructions, but you know what? I'm just going to play. When in doubt, read the instructions, right? Is that a guy thing? I don't know. It's all good. There's those. There's definitely going to be enough. I may just take this color out and just have nothing but blues in it too. There's a lavender, which that's kind of odd, looks odd to me. I want to just do blue ones, I think. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to set these to the side because these are like magenta and lavender and purple. And you know, if I don't use all the fabric strips in this kit, hey, that's okay. I can use them somewhere else, that's for sure. So I'm not going to pre-plan. These are all different fabrics, so I'm just going to pick them up and start sewing them together because I could drive myself completely insane trying to arrange these strips in a quote-unquote perfect layout. These are all batiks, so they'll look really nice together. Don't have to worry about that. I'm using a 1/4 inch seam with a 2.5 millimeter stitch length. Okay. And I am on the Allegro. Get my foot pedal positioned a little bit better. We're off. Well, I tell you what, I've had My final delivery of upholstery fabric will be delivered tomorrow because I ordered, let me think here, 64 yards of upholstery fabric. And I am making draperies for a customer over in Ohio. And I will get started cutting those this weekend. But they're going to be, they're pleated draperies, and I'm putting a foam lining in it. And to help with the heat. I came unthreaded. Let me rethread. Let me rethread. Tomorrow night I will have the Altair set up to work on this, and then we'll go over some of the features on the new Altair features. Altair Meridian features tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, just like tonight. That is the plan. If something comes up, I will certainly make a notification statement and reschedule if I have to, but I don't plan on doing that. Come on, you. Come on. I have to scoot this machine towards me. I've got it far away from me because of the cameras. It makes it harder than normal for me to thread anything. And I already bent my needle threader on this machine. I didn't have the, see, we do it, we educators, it happens to us too. I didn't have my needle fully inserted all the way up, and I've had to order a new part for my new Allegro already. That was all my fault because I was a goober and didn't have my needle fully inserted when I used the needle threader. So there you go. See, it happens to us all. Okay. Sarah, I like the colors too. Hi, Janelle. There's our first two colors right there. Now let me just adjust this a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay. I'm going to add another one. And then after I get all these fabrics made, that's when I'll do my pressing before I trace and cut. Hopefully this fabric is not so dense that I can actually use my light box to trace the pattern onto them. If it is too dense, I will use option B. Okay. And I've gotten to where I really like cutting up fabric, sewing it back together, then to cut my actual quilt piecing shapes out of. It's really a fun process and something I really do enjoy doing. So that's what I'm doing tonight. I'm creating new fabric out of fabric strips. Come on, you. I didn't have a good grip on that. There we go. There we go. Alrighty. I'm also going to do a demo on the. I'll also do a demo on the new serger table for the Triumph Innovation and all that kind of stuff here over the weekend, and try to demo and explain as much of the new about the new machines and upgrades that are available now. And Coralie, no, I did not have any issue with the update. What you need to do with that update for the Altair, Coralie, is make sure you download that onto a clean or new thumb drive. That anyone I've heard, that's what the techs at Baby Lock told me. If anybody has issues, you need to do that. You need to do that with a clean thumb drive with no other files on it or anything like that. Gosh, I hope that made sense. Oh, hi, Racer Girl. I'm doing well, Racer Girl. Thank you. I hope you're doing well as well. And let's see, let's do this one next. I'm just going to sew all my blue strips on here. I've only got to get 2 appliques out of this. But I will tell you, this is one instance with this heavy fabric. I really need to have my straight stitch plate on, but I don't want to take the time to do that. I'm being lazy, I'm sorry. But that's what's causing it to bunch up just a little bit on this heavy batik. Ooh. Well, I get to rip stitches now, because guess what I just did? Can anybody guess? I didn't unfold it. This strip was folded in half. So, guess what that means? Yes, I'm ripping out stitches. Okay. And I did, where's my little seam ripper at? Come here, you. Come here, seam ripper. I think I can do it this way. I'm careful. There we go. That'll work too. Oh, I don't know, Coralie. You can call the 1-800-BABY-LOCK number if you're still having issues with that, or you can take it to your retailer and they will do it for you if you can't get it to go through. And part of the upgrade is this, everybody. For the Altair, the new Altair and Meridian 2s, or if you upgrade it, after it's upgraded or you have that newer version of the machine, it will automatically download any updates off of the Baby Lock website into the machine, just like the Solaris does. So, long story short, you're getting a lot of the Solaris features in the Altair 2 Meridian 2 that used to just be only on the Solaris. Not all of them, but you're getting quite a few of them, which is pretty dadgum awesome. Almost done. Just being extremely careful just to snip thread and not fabric with these big scissors. Here we go. Almost. Here we go. Okay. Now we'll try that again. There it is. Now I know it's unfolded. Excuse me. Okay. Now we're cooking. Let's pull out some of these threads I've snipped as I go. There we go. Well, I think I just unthreaded my needle again, everybody. I sure did. Hey, it needs a... Oh no, I ran out of bobbin thread. All the way right there. Okay, let's put in a fresh bobbin. Woo-wee. Only live and unscripted do you get to see stuff like that. I'd already had another bobbin wound because woohoo. Okay. Now let's thread that needle again. Oh, come on, you. There we go. Okay. Okay. I don't know why I tried that, because I bent the needle threader on it. I was hoping it would work. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now, all threaded. And we'll give it another go. We'll get started again. Hey, this has been my strip that's saying, haha, I win, you lose, you do it how I want to do it. Because I'm boss. Sometimes the fabric wins. See, in October, I will also be at the Sewing Expo in Cincinnati. That is one of my play dates in October. Then I will be going to Seams So Easy in the Cincinnati area doing a serger workshop. That's in October. And then I will be going to, Barn Sewing in Cuyahoga Falls towards the end of October for an embroidery and IQ workshop. All kinds of fun things planned. Okay. Got this strip and one more, and then we're going to measure. And tonight, once we get done with this live, I have to put the binding on a quilt for a customer, and she's going to pick that up tomorrow. And let's see, in about 3 weeks I will be, in about 3 weeks I will be, where will I be? I will be in Ohio installing these drapes that I'm going to start making here over the weekend. I have 5 rooms of pleated drapes to make for a customer. Come on, you. I am not cutting the straight stitch plate in just for you. Fabric, you can get over yourself. What happened? You see, oh, the corner got down in that plate. Stop it. Go a little bit down. There we go. Haha, I win. Okay, let's see. Oh no, Karen, there is no bobbin monitor on the Accomplish. No, there's not. And there's not one on this Allegro here either. Normally, you only get bobbin monitors on higher-end machines, such as the Altair and the Solaris and a few others. Which is another reason I really like to piece on on a serger. You don't have to worry about having a bobbin on it. Because I'll tell you, this part right here, this would be super easy to do on a serger. Okay, I'm going to measure this to see if he's wide enough here, if these strips will do that. Let's see here. May have to add one of those I took away. We'll see. I think, nope, that is plenty. Okay. Yep. Perfect. That is actually the perfect size for this pattern that came with the kit. And that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 2.5 inch strips. Okay. Got three more pieces like this to make. Hi, Ernestine. Yes, Sarah. Everybody, listen. If you ever have any kind of trouble, you can call Baby Lock. They have a 1-800 number on their website for customer assistance, and they have trained technicians that can walk you through almost anything right on the phone when it comes to technical stuff like that. And no, it does not cost you a penny to use that. It is there for you, for Baby Lock to help you. Okay, let me see something here. Okay, let's thread you again. I don't know how old this Aurifil thread is. I know it's something I had in Colorado, so it's, oh gosh, at least 7 years old. It might be one reason I'm having a few issues right here with this. I don't know. Normally after 5 years, I like to replace thread. That's kind of my golden rule for thread. I'm sure some thread's still good after that, but you know what? I'm not opposed to redoing thread every 5 years. If you have that much thread. Okay, come on you. Let's get you in that needle. I'll be glad when my part comes through for this. Let's see here. Through the needle. Right there. Okay. If you ever have to manually thread a needle, everybody, if you saw me, I had the thread end in between my two fingers, and you have total control over the end of that, thread, and it's super easy to hit that hole that way with your fingers. Hi, Allison. Yes, Allison, I use the chain stitch. The 2-thread chain stitch is what I prefer to use on the serger. You can also use a 3-thread or 4-thread overlock if you don't have a machine that does the chain stitch. So it's all good. Now let's get 7 of these strips put together. This will be my red dog. Woohoo! Red puppy. Wow. That is, I may need to put a new needle in this because it is really just wanting to chew that fabric up when I start off. What the heck? Okay, so now everybody gets to watch me change a needle plate. I haven't done it on this machine yet. I'm going to put in the straight stitch plate. Let's see here, right here. See if that eliminates the issue that I am having. It should. Okay, straight stitch plate. You can see that. Straight stitch plate. Oh, wonderful, Derek. Awesome. Congratulations. Oh, wow, Allison. Hi, Linda. Oh, you're fine, Linda. No worries. Okay, then I need that. Something a little bit bigger than that. And a screwdriver. Maybe this will do it if I can get to it. Nope. I need that little thumb screwdriver thingy. It's right here is what came with it. There we go. Another new feature on the Altair 2, you do not have to take out screws to remove the needle plate. Oh my gosh. There's a special screwdriver and a little hole is right here where my finger's at. You put the little special screwdriver in there and then it pops the needle plate up without having to attach it or unattach it, removing screws. Linda, I am using the Baby Lock Allegro this evening. This is my personal machine. I just received it about 2 weeks or so ago, and it has a 12-inch throat space. It is awesome. You can free motion. It's electronic, 200 plus stitches. It will do buttonholes. It will do free motion. It was designed with the quilter in mind. Okay, you. Come on. Come on. There we go. As you can probably tell, everybody, I don't have to remove these very often. And I'm literally all thumbs when it comes to doing this. There we go. Okay. Now it should come right off. Alrighty. Just we'll remove the bobbin and I'll reinsert it once I get the needle plate back on. Here we go. And put you right up there. And we'll get the sink straight stitch plate on. Hold on here. There. There. There's one screw started. Well, Allison, I will be honest with you. I'm a pack rat also. I don't throw anything away when it comes to sewing, including little scraps of fabric, because I figure at some point in time I'll figure out what to do with it. Okay. You should sit down a little bit lower than that, I would think. Just a minute here. Okay, let's give that a go and see what happens. Get that tightened up. Okay, one more tighten over here. I think we'll be good to go. Okay. And get our bobbin back in. we go. There we go. That's ready to go. Let's close these doors. Put this back on. And now we should not have that issue I was having earlier. There's just some fabrics that will really can be worked out in that zigzag needle plate if you're not careful. If you've ever had that happen, that's what it is. Okay. Let me pull those stitches out. It literally just had to stuff that corner of fabric right there down into that needle cover. I'm going to move this up a little bit now. Come in a little closer. There we go. There we go. Right here on the very end, it is actually going to be trimmed off anyway, so this doesn't really matter, but it just, stuff like that drives me nuts. Oops. No, so that's not ready to go yet. Let's see here. Well, it probably would help if I had threaded the needle. What do you think? Oh my goodness. So let's get the needle threaded like it's supposed to be. Then it might actually, make a stitch, right? Okay. Get that needle threaded. Woohoo! Okay. Come on, eyeballs. Just get that needle through that thread through the hole. There we go. There we go. Now we should be good to go. Do a little test right here. No, I don't have something right because it should not make that noise. So I have to take it apart again, everybody. Let's see here. Get that foot off. Oh, let's see what it is. Yeah, I gotta take that plate all the way off, back off again. I see what it is. Okay. Okay, come on you. Play nice. Play nice. You just want to have a little fun, right? That's why, this is one reason, this exact scenario right here, everybody, is one reason I have moved from doing edited videos to lives, because as you can see, when there's an issue, there's certain steps to take. And if I was editing, I would edit all of this stuff out. But I think by not doing that, it's, oh, I see what it is. This is not seated properly. It was just that. I thought something was, yeah, there it is. And make sure that's seated down in there. There we go. There we go. That should be much better now. But by doing it live and unscripted and raw and unedited, I think it provides a learning experience to see how to troubleshoot. That's just my opinion. Anyway. Oh gosh, yes, that felt so much better. Okay. Now we're cooking. We'll be cooking now. We'll be cooking up some fabric strip soup. God, I need some coffee. Don't you go down in there? Woo. Okay. Get it started, then I'll use my little screwdriver tool. There we go. I should have known when the bobbin wouldn't go in as easy as I thought it should have. That should have alerted me to it. But I was busy flapping my lips and chit-chatting and everything and not paying attention. And then sometimes that's what happens. But it's all good, right? Okay. My big gorilla fingers does not make this job any easier. Plus, I have arthritis in my hands, and it's not bad tonight, but the last few nights it's been pretty painful. But it's all good. Okay, let's give this another go. Oop. Went in good. Let's put our lid back on. There we go. That's a clear cover. I can see all the way through. I think we're in business. Let's do a testy. Let's put on a foot. Let's put the presser foot on. Get that attached. Then we're going to get the needle threaded. Again. I felt like I have threaded this needle 5 dozen times so far tonight. Sometimes you just got to be able to talk about stuff and not really complain or anything like that, but it's kind of like a therapeutic moment as you talk yourself through small issues you're having when you're sewing and all that fun stuff and blah blah blah. Okay. Now then, let's get that through. Yeah, it went through. There we go. Perfect. Perfectamundo. That means try my little test piece here. There we go. That's what it's supposed to sound like right there. Alrighty. Now, let's get this party started again. Oh, thank you, Linda. I do too. Now, it doesn't mean everybody at a later date, I'm going to go through and edit all this stuff down into a smaller tutorial without any talking in it and just some cue cards as to what's happening. And that's what my plan is. I have a lot of video to edit down into small, easy tutorial bites. That's another way to say it, I guess. Now we're cooking, everyone. Just have to remember to not do any type of anything other than a straight stitch unless I change out that plate. Otherwise, I will break a needle. Okay. And let's get another one on. I don't know if I like that one there or not. Oh, I don't know. I guess it'll be okay. It'll be okay. It'll be good. But that certainly solved the beginning issue. Hold on. Has that my needle come unthreaded again, everybody? I think it's the thread. I believe it is that thread. So we're just going to do an experiment and put in some other thread. Hold on. I know this is a newer one. This is Mettler's 50 weight silk finish, cotton silk finish. So we'll just try that one and see if that solves that issue, and then we'll know. If it still does it, I'll know it's not the thread, and I can look elsewhere. I can troubleshoot elsewhere. I really like the Mettler thread as well. It's a dream to sew with. Here we go. Come on. There you go. That went in there. There you go. Okay. Okay, so where was I? Right up here. This is the one I'm working on. We're going to attach that one next. Right here. I know Donna Smith, I do use a leader sometimes. I haven't had to do it on this machine yet, but boy howdy, it was not happy there for a minute. You just never know. Okay. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking our tomato soup. This is red fabric. I'm going to call it tomato soup. That's just what it reminds me of. When we sew the yellow, that'll be our toasted cheese Sam to go with our tomato soup. What do you think? There we go. This will be 4. Well, that sure makes a difference by putting that straight stitch needle plate in, everybody. It started out much, much smoother, just like you would expect. Very nice, beautiful stitch. Check it out. It made a huge difference with that straight stitch played in. Look at those perfect straight stitches. Aren't those awesome? Okay. Woohoo! Piece number 5. I might have leftover red strips, everybody. I can see that already. That's okay. It's all good. Okay. Let's get another strip sewn down. But we were talking about creating your own fabric to then cut out either applique shapes or geometric shapes. For instance, I have used this technique to make new fabric and then cut 45-degree diamonds out of that fabric to make stars with. It's pretty cool. You get a beautiful effect. That's 5. Need 2 more strips to get it to 7. Lots of red. This would be a red dog. Woohoo, red dog. Not the kind you drink either. Had to say that. I just had to. I did. Let's see. Let's put. Ooh, that's a cool chevron, but that would really be overpowering. I don't want that. We'll put this one in. This will be number 7 right here. Numero 70. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that one is complete. There we go. Okay. Then we need to let's do the yellow one. So the red one, that was our tomato soup. This will be our toasted cheese to go with the tomato soup. Yeah, I know, I'm funny, aren't I? So I'm just going to do 7 strips out of this. Okay. Okie dokie. Here's number 3 on the yellow dog. So how many of you listening actually, how many of you have used, if you have a machine that has an optional straight stitch plate, how many of y'all actually use that plate when you work, when you're piecing? Because I will tell you, it sure made a difference on this machine. Oh my goodness. There's some pretty ones in here. Let's do this one next. This is a cool one. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Linda, I have to say, Mark, I agree. I have done it on the Solaris. I do not do it on the Altair simply because I don't like removing the screws, I'll be honest. Okay. Now, if I had the Altair too, that'd be a different story because you don't have to remove screws to change the needle plate on that one. But it did make a huge difference for this time on this machine for sure. I really dig this Allegro machine, I have to tell you. It's really a great it's a great price point for this machine. And with this big, huge 12-inch throat, you know, you can stuff a lot of fabric up under through here. It's really great. And like I said, tomorrow night, I will replace this machine with the Altair so that we can go into more detail about what's included in the upgrade, or if you're going to trade up to the Altair too. The other thing that's been created for Altair Meridian is a new baby lock magnetic hoop, the 7 by 12 inch magnetic hoop. Much like, it's along the lines of what the 5 by 7 magnetic hoop is. And yes, Donna, thread under the throat plate, regard whether you're doing embroidery or sewing, it can cause a lot of problems and really make you have to search long, hard, and heavy to figure that out. Sometimes it's just a little thing like that, excess thread under the throat plate, that can actually cause some big headache in your sewing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 more. This will be 6, and then 1 more. Strips here. It'll probably be that one. It'll be a little darker one than what the other two are, but that's okay. Let's get this out. We're going to add one more strip. Let's see here. Like that. That's nice, but it's kind of dark. And those are way too dark. I like this one. Or this one. That's the one I'm going to use. Okay. Oh, Ernestine. Let's see. But you still, Ernestine, honestly, there's stuff the Vision will do that the Altair could never do. Did you keep your Altair also? If you did, that's awesome. You have the Altair. That's what it sounds. So Ernestine, you had the Altair and you bought the Vision. So I think that's wonderful, because I will tell you, I think it's great to have two machines that way. You can be embroidering on both of them if you so desire. And I know that kind of might sound odd, but if you have a big project you're working on, you can cut your time in half by splitting the embroidery on a project between two machines. But kudos on getting that Vision as well. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. You know, it's just easier if you're into edge-to-edge quilting. Totally easier to do on the Vision as far as that goes. Just because the Vision does have the built-in panel. And it just saves you some time as far as that goes. Wonderful, Ernestine. Oh, that's interesting, Linda. Why does she regret that? Does she probably wishes she'd have kept her Altair also when she got her Solaris, is what I'm thinking, is what you're trying to say. They're both super great machines, everybody. And if you have one or the other, you know, you can do so much with those two different machines. The difference between the Altair and the Meridian is embroidery only. Isn't that a cool piece of fabric? Look at that. That's a batik. It's green. Those almost look like stitches, don't they? Okay, so there's going to be one. This will be 2, 7 more strips. Then we'll have our fabric all made for tomorrow night. Yes, Linda, I was certain that's what you meant. Yeah, it's great, everybody. If you don't have to trade in a machine when you buy a new one, don't. Keep it. Keep it. Because just like with a car, what you pay for something, you're never going to get what you paid for it back as a trade-in. So if you can, if you're thinking about it, keep it if at all possible. I know some of us don't have as much room for that many machines as others, but I can tell you this, you wouldn't regret it. You would not regret having two big machines to sew on at all. Okay, let's get another strip sewn down. Once again, if you just recently tuned in, I am creating fabric to cut appliques out of. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm creating fabric to make appliques out of. And Stephanie, that's what I'm doing now tonight as well. On the Allegro, I put in its straight stitch plate, and boy howdy, it made a world of difference. Okay, do this one next. For dinner tonight, the American Legion here in town was having a fish fry, and we went and got fried fish for dinner from the American Legion. It was really good. Had fish and hush puppies and baked potato and coleslaw. Hey, Bubby. Hey, Bobo, what you doing? Just zipping right through this now after I got all my little issues over with, eh? Yes, I did. How many strips is that? 4. 3 more to go. Woohoo. 3 more strips to go. Oh, Allison, 5 is a wonderful number. For me, I kind of look at sewing machines like a bag of Lay's potato chips. You can never have just one. Or another way to look at it, the more the merrier. When you have more than one sewing machine, when you're not there, they can keep each other company. That's a good way to do it too, Stephanie. What is the minimum size hoop you would have to have on a smaller embroidery machine, Stephanie? Because I can tell you that I think the next baby lock machine I'm going to add to my collection, believe it or not, are you ready, is the Aurora. Now, it only has a 4x4 hoop. But you know what? That's big enough to do a small quilt label. And it's big enough to make patches on. I like to sew on and iron on patches. It's a sewing machine embroidery combo. It's a perfect travel machine. The flare the bloom is a little bit larger than that. I think it does a 5x7, and it actually would also make a great travel machine. The Aurora replaced the Verve, and the Verve replaced the Sophia 2. But they are great travel machines. See how many strips we have now. Hey, baby. Yes, you're my good boy. My good Bobo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more strip. And this section will be done. I think I'll put this one in here. These have got some blue in it and they're pretty. I'll save those for another project. And this will give me all 4 colors for my applique doggies for this quilt. Some beautiful green fabric here, everyone. Hi, Coralie. Oh, yes, Ernestine. They're awesome. Aren't they wonderful to travel with? They're a great machine. The Aurora is what has replaced the Verve. So the Verve lives on. I had a Sophia 2, and I regret selling it as well. That was several years ago, of course. That hasn't been made for a while, but it was a great little machine. Okay, let's have a look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there we go. So I got all 4 pieces of new fabric made in 4 different colorways. So there's one, green. Then we have the yellow. So I'm going to call this one the lettuce. This is our toasted cheese here. the yellows and golds. The red, this is our tomato soup colorway. Wonderful Coralie. And then these blues, aren't these pretty? Look at this. We'll put these out. I'm gonna move this back where we can see that better. It's back, not in. Here we go. Let's come down here a little bit. So there's our 4 different fabrics that we just created, and that will be used, check it out, to create these different colored dog appliques. Once we get the dogs cut out and applique onto the background, I have this Renaissance ribbon that I will cut. See how in the pictures there's collars on the dogs? These will be the collars right here. It's enough here for 6 collars. And this is Cafe ribbon, okay? Right there. That'll be our dog collars that we'll applique down on top of the dogs right there. Aren't those pretty? I have packages of this ribbon that I've collected. Yes. When I was a kid, I collected baseball cards. Now I collect packages of Tula and Cafe ribbon. Oh my gosh, what a journey. This is way more fun than baseball cards, everybody. And then, you can see here, there's how I'm going to do my doggy appliques. I'm actually going to trace it out on some Steam-A-Seam, put the Steam-A-Seam on the back of this, and I'll use my white box to do the tracing with, and then I can just heat and I can just press my Steam-A-Seam doggies down onto my background fabric. There's a picture of it. Aren't they cute? This is going to be so cool. Alrighty, so this tomorrow night is cutting the appliques and getting them prepped to put onto the quilt for tomorrow night. Okay, let me grab another camera angle here. Let me switch to another camera. There we go. Hello there. Okay, so wow, it has been a journey tonight. I've learned a few things about the new Allegro, and most any other machine. If you're ever having issues, especially in piecing, of getting fabric started under the needle, and it's wanting to dig down into the needle plate, put on the straight stitch plate if you have one, and that should solve that issue. If you're having that issue, you don't always have to do that, but if you are having the issue, that is the one. That is what you need to do. Use that straight stitch plate. Hi, Mavis. Absolutely, Donna. Oh, thank you, Ernestine. Thank you. So yes, I think you were talking about this orange one right here. It's got some pink and orange in it. Called the ribbon. Right there. Okay. So everybody, that's what I have for you tonight. I'm going to sign off of here, go in the other workroom, and I have to put binding on a quilt. And I've already got it attached. I just have to flip it over and top stitch it down. I really didn't think y'all would want to watch me do that tonight, so that's why I didn't bring it in here to do. So tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, same bat time, same bat channel, I'll be back for the next episode of Mod Dog, which will be Mod Dog Episode 3. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Have fun tomorrow, and I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you.